What really makes the Nissan GT-R different from every other performance car on American roads? Is it just about horsepower and acceleration? Or is there something deeper that explains why this car still intimidates muscle cars and modern supercars alike? In this second episode, we go beyond the specs and focus on how the Nissan GT-R actually feels to drive, why it inspires so much confidence, and what truly makes Godzilla feel agile instead of heavy. From the first few seconds behind the wheel, the GT-R gives you a sensation that's hard to describe if you've never driven one. It feels ready, not aggressive, not nervous, but prepared. Press the throttle and the response is immediate, yet controlled. There's no chaos, no wheel spin drama, no sense that the car is fighting itself. Everything happens cleanly, efficiently, and with purpose. This is where the GT-R begins to separate itself from many American performance cars that rely heavily on raw power and theatrics. A huge part of this confidence comes from the GT-R's advanced all-wheel drive system. This isn't just about sending power to all four wheels. It's about how intelligently that power is managed. The system constantly analyzes grip, speed, steering angle, and throttle input, distributing torque exactly where it's needed. The result is acceleration that feels relentless but never reckless. You don't fight the car, you work with it. In contrast, many high-powered rear-wheel drive muscle cars demand respect in a very different way. They require restraint. Too much throttle at the wrong moment, and you're dealing with wheel spin, oversteer, and corrections. That can be fun, but it also limits how much of the car's performance you can actually use on real roads. The GT-R flips this idea upside down. It invites you to use its performance, not fear it. Steering feel is another area where the GT-R surprises people, especially those who expect it to feel heavy or numb. The steering is direct and precise, with a reassuring sense of weight. You always know what the front tires are doing. Small inputs lead to immediate reactions, which makes the car feel agile despite its size and power. This precision builds trust quickly, encouraging you to push harder without feeling overwhelmed. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying this deep dive into one of the most iconic JDM performance cars ever built, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This channel is all about real driving experiences, engineering excellence, and the cars that truly matter. As speeds increase, the GT-R's stability becomes one of its most impressive traits. At highway speeds and beyond, the car feels planted and composed. There's no floatiness, no nervous corrections, no sudden loss of confidence. The chassis feels settled, as if it was designed to operate comfortably at speeds where many cars begin to feel stressed. This is a key reason why the GT-R gained such a fearsome reputation in the American performance scene. Braking performance reinforces this sense of control. The brakes are strong, consistent, and easy to modulate. Whether you're slowing down gently or braking hard from high speed, the pedal feel remains firm and predictable. This consistency allows drivers to brake later and with more confidence, especially when approaching corners aggressively. The GT-R doesn't surprise you. It responds exactly as expected. Cornering is where the idea of an agile Godzilla truly makes sense. Despite its power and presence, the GT-R doesn't feel clumsy or reluctant to change direction. The chassis remains flat, body roll is minimal, and the car rotates cleanly through corners. You can get back on the throttle earlier than you might expect, trusting the all-wheel drive system to manage traction and maintain balance. This makes the GT-R incredibly effective on winding roads, not just in straight lines. The dual-clutch transmission plays a massive role in maintaining momentum. Gear changes are lightning fast and incredibly smooth. There's no hesitation, no interruption of power. Each shift feels perfectly timed, keeping the engine in its optimal power band. This seamless delivery makes acceleration feel continuous, adding to the sense that the car is always one step ahead of the driver. What's remarkable is how approachable the GT-R feels despite its performance potential. This is not a car that demands perfection. It doesn't punish small mistakes or require constant correction. Instead, it guides the driver, smoothing out inputs and maintaining composure. This makes the GT-R accessible to a wide range of drivers, from those new to high-performance cars to experienced enthusiasts looking to push limits safely. Another often overlooked aspect is how well the GT-R manages heat and mechanical stress. The cooling systems, drivetrain components, and electronics are designed to handle repeated hard driving. This isn't a car that performs once and then needs a break. It's built for consistency. Whether on long highway pulls or aggressive driving sessions, the GT-R maintains its composure and performance. Inside the cabin, the driving-focused philosophy continues. The seating position keeps you locked in place, the controls are intuitive, and the displays provide useful information without overwhelming the driver. Everything feels purposeful. The car doesn't distract you with unnecessary luxury or gimmicks. Instead, it reinforces the idea that this machine exists to perform. Compared to American muscle cars, the GT-R takes a fundamentally different approach to excitement. Muscle cars often rely on sound, size, and straight-line dominance to create emotion. The GT-R delivers excitement through precision and confidence. It doesn't need to shout to make a statement. Its performance speaks quietly but convincingly. A fascinating detail many enthusiasts appreciate is how the GT-R blends mechanical strength with advanced electronics. Technology doesn't replace the driver, it enhances the experience. Systems work in the background, supporting grip and balance without taking control away. This balance keeps the car engaging while still offering a high level of security and consistency. Over time, this philosophy becomes the GT-R's defining trait. It's not about shock value or intimidation. It's about execution. Every system exists to deliver performance in a repeatable, dependable way. This is why the GT-R continues to command respect in the American performance world, even as newer and more powerful cars enter the market. By the end of a drive, one thing becomes clear. The Nissan GT-R isn't just fast. It's disciplined, it's agile, and it's engineered to make high performance usable, not just impressive. That's why Godzilla isn't just feared for its strength, but admired for its precision.
What really makes the Nissan GT-R different from every other performance car on American roads? Is it just the straight-line speed, or is there something deeper that explains why the GT-R still dominates conversations years after its debut? In this second episode, we go beyond the surface and focus on what truly defines the GT-R, how it drives, how it behaves when pushed, and why it feels so different from traditional American performance cars. The moment you start driving the GT-R, you notice a sense of control that's almost unsettling. The car feels planted, composed, and ready, even before you begin to push it. Acceleration is immediate and forceful, yet never chaotic. Unlike many high-horsepower cars that feel aggressive and unpredictable, the GT-R delivers its power in a way that feels calculated. Every surge forward feels intentional, as if the car already knows what you're about to do. A huge part of this confidence comes from the GT-R's all-wheel drive system. Power isn't just sent to the wheels blindly. It's distributed intelligently based on grip, speed, and driver input. This means that when you accelerate hard, the car doesn't struggle for traction. Instead, it hooks up and goes. Whether you're launching from a stop or accelerating out of a corner, the GT-R feels glued to the road. This is a major contrast to many rear-wheel drive American muscle cars, where controlling wheel spin becomes part of the challenge. Steering feel is another area where the GT-R separates itself. The wheel is direct, precise, and reassuring. You always know what the front tires are doing, which makes high-speed driving feel controlled rather than reckless. Small inputs lead to immediate responses, and the car changes direction with confidence. This creates a strong sense of trust between driver and machine, encouraging you to push further while remaining calm behind the wheel. Before going deeper, if you're enjoying this breakdown of one of the most iconic JDM performance cars ever built, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This channel is all about real driving experiences, legendary cars, and the engineering that makes them special. As speeds increase, the GT-R's stability becomes even more impressive. At highway speeds or beyond, the car remains composed and predictable. There's no nervousness, no floating sensation, just a solid connection to the road. This level of stability is something that many powerful cars struggle to achieve, especially those designed primarily for straight-line performance. The GT-R feels like it was built to operate comfortably at speeds where other cars start to feel stressed. Braking performance reinforces this sense of confidence. The brakes are powerful, consistent, and easy to modulate, whether you're slowing down gently or braking hard from high speed. The pedal feel remains firm and predictable. This allows drivers to brake later and more confidently, especially when approaching corners. The car responds exactly as expected, without drama or surprise. Cornering is where the GT-R truly reveals its personality. Instead of feeling heavy or reluctant, the car feels balanced and controlled. The chassis remains flat, and body roll is minimal. You can get back on the throttle earlier than expected, trusting the all-wheel drive system to manage traction. This makes the GT-R incredibly effective on winding roads, where precision and grip matter more than raw horsepower alone. The dual-clutch transmission plays a crucial role in maintaining momentum. Gear changes are fast, smooth, and perfectly timed. There's no hesitation or loss of power between shifts, just a continuous flow of acceleration. This keeps the engine in its ideal power range, making the GT-R feel relentlessly strong without becoming overwhelming. What stands out most is how approachable the GT-R feels despite its performance. It doesn't punish small mistakes, and it doesn't demand perfection. Instead, it guides the driver, smoothing out inputs and maintaining balance. This makes the GT-R accessible to a wide range of drivers, from those stepping into high-performance cars for the first time to experienced enthusiasts who want to push their limits. A fascinating detail many people overlook is how the GT-R blends mechanical strength with advanced electronics. The technology doesn't take control away from the driver. Instead, it enhances the experience, working quietly in the background to support confidence and consistency. This balance between human input and machine intelligence is a core part of the GT-R's identity. By the time you step out of the GT-R, one thing becomes clear. This car isn't about showmanship. It's about execution. Every system exists to deliver performance in a repeatable, dependable way. That's why the GT-R continues to command respect in the American performance scene. It doesn't need to prove itself loudly. Its capability speaks for itself. And that's what makes the Nissan GT-R not just fast, but truly formidable.